Let's take a tour of the kitchen together. So we have spent the last 4 years renovating this kitchen. Now we haven't been renovating the entire time. We've been renovating our whole house. We've raised it, extended to the side. Finally though, we have almost finished the kitchen, and I feel like I'm ready to take you on a tour to some of the key design elements. Now we have designed and renovated this kitchen ourselves, and I can't wait to share with you all of the bits and pieces that we have added in here to do it on a reasonable budget. If you're new here, my name is Claire. Derek and I have been renovating homes for over 10 years across 3 continents, and we share everything with you here. If you're looking to create a cozy, lived in and curated home, then you're in the right spot. We're currently renovating our own home, and we're sharing it all with you on this channel, as well as taking you thrifting and styling for the season. So let's get started with our kitchen tour. I want to talk you through some of the features of our kitchen. Now, if you've never renovated your home before, a kitchen is the heart of the home, and it's really important to get the footprint right, because ultimately that will cause you more problems in the future if you end up deciding on a footprint that isn't quite right. If you are looking to renovate your kitchen, I would definitely say to look beyond the 4 walls of your kitchen. If you are looking to remove walls, do that in the first instance. So these drawers are a Bloom kitchen. They're oversized, they're absolutely beautiful. The best part about it is the people we bought it from had purchased a new house. The kitchen had been renovated only 3 years earlier. They put in an amazing Bloom kitchen filled with beautiful drawers, and we have reaped the benefits of that. So what we did is we purchased the entire kitchen. Now we can go ahead and sell anything we're not using. And then each of these 3 drawer units. So we have 2 large sets of drawers here on the island, and I'm gonna walk you through that now. We have 2 oversized units here on the island. We have one for our utensils, and then we have another unit here. So I really wanted to have a rack for all of our spices and cooking. So we purpose built this little area here. We probably will put sides on these shelves to make it a little bit more practical. But as you can see, it's just hidden away. So when I'm cooking, it's easily accessible, but it's not actually on show. The bin unit came with it as well, with two layer drawers, which is really, really practical. So the dogs are a big part of our lives, and so they have their food every day, so they have their own purpose-built little shelf. So we had this, we cut down one of the cabinet doors. It enables us to have this little hidey hole where we can have the biscuit bin for the dog food, and it just pushes back, closes up, and it's just part of the kitchen. So it's a really fun way of doing that. One of the most amazing savings that we made though in this kitchen, obviously the drawers are incredible, they're really practical, they're really good quality, they're Bloom ones, and they're fully adjustable, so they've been perfect for our kitchen. But we did have an absolute banger of a find, and that is our kitchen sinks. Most kitchen sinks that are apron style like this run you about $1,000 just for a porcelain sink. This is a double sinked solid marble sink, and we picked it up off Marketplace for $300. So this sink was actually in a restaurant. They had ordered it and brought it over from Bali, and what they did is they used to use it to house the menus. They didn't actually even use it as a sink, so it's practically brand new when we started using it. The first item that we purchased in our kitchen, and it was the one design element that has anchored the entire kitchen. So I've designed this kitchen around this piece of marble, and the beauty of it is our kitchen is filled with natural stone, and I just love it. So this was one of our big savings, although it is a big luxury item. As we have an older home, sometimes you have to make some really tough decisions. So rather than lose space on the exterior of the house, because it is going to be a walkway to get to the stairs for downstairs, we did decide to put the kitchen in the original part of the house where the original kitchen was. So instead of having natural light in here, we did end up putting this big, beautiful mirror, and that basically reflects light, and it gives us more natural light in here without necessarily being able to add the skylights because of our solar, or have any windows in here really, but it is open plan, and we do have windows to the back deck. These are just some of the design compromises that you'll have to make, and then there are so many creative ways to overcome some of the challenges that you face when you're designing your home. The other design feature we really wanted to do was to create an amazingly large island. So this is approximately 2 meters by 2 meters. It's a square island. And we did add natural stone. So this is a quartzite. It is farmed in Brazil. The beauty of natural stone is that the slabs are a lot larger. So if this was a quartz, which is a man-made stone, you would have a seam in the middle because they don't make the slabs as big, and they have sort of maximum sizes that you can get. So this sized island would have required a seam. And if you can, minimizing seams in your kitchen will give it a much more luxurious and an elevated look. Now, this kitchen, we ended up buying 2 slabs. Although it was a splurge, we actually picked them up on clearance. So they had 2 slabs. I think it was called Springfall. And we got it from Masterpiece Granites in Darra, and they have a beautiful range of natural stone there. It was such a great price. We just couldn't look past it. And it also is perfect for the color of the sink. So the one piece of slab basically did the island, and then out of the other piece of slab, we were able to do all of the surrounds in the kitchen, as well as the splashback here. And we also have a waterfall edge here. So our stonemasons did an amazing job. So this, all in all, for the 2 slabs plus the fabrication, was approximately $10,000, which is actually an amazing price, and it's because we did get the stone on sale. Our second splurge in the kitchen is this range. I feel like it's the elephant in the room, right? So I really wanted a falcon. They're handmade, they're absolutely gorgeous. They last basically a lifetime. I'll probably take it with me when we leave. And they're just a beautiful addition to an old home, or any home, to be honest. And if you can, so we have saved in other areas to enable us to spend money for the things that we really valued, which is the cooker, the stone. And we actually purchased it when it was on sale. So we bought this about 2 years before the kitchen was finished, and it sat in storage for a while before we were able to install it. And the reason for that is because it was on sale, and if you don't pick it up on sale, then it's always important to shop sales. And as part of the deal when we bought it, we actually got the range top for free, completely free. So it was a $2,500 savings. I think the cooker was just under $10,000, when normally they retail well over $10,000. So we did really, really well on that. So even though it was a splurge, I was still smart in how we purchased it. So that was our other big splurge. So really there's the 2 big splurges in our kitchen. We have 2 other ways that we saved money in our kitchen. We have the cooktop, the hood, which we built ourselves, and I'll share a video with you if you're interested. I'll link that below. We really wanted to have a custom one. We have really high ceilings, about 3-meter ceilings, and having a normal kind of narrow hood would just look really dwarfed by the size of our kitchen. So we did want to have something that was going to be amazing and center stage. We also went ahead and bought Syrian cedar shells. So you could buy pine for a lot cheaper. We bought them, it was about $250 for the rough cuts of the shelves. However, all you had to do was cut them down and sand the back. And to be honest, it was worth absolutely every cent for the warmth and the natural beauty that it adds. And I'll link how we made these down below. We also saved, and then I'll also link the tiling video. Aside of that, we did buy the mirror. This mirror was also an absolute steal. So I picked this up. We went to a direct to the market warehouse out in Darra, where they sell amazing mirrors. They are a lot cheaper than buying in store, because ultimately you're cutting out the retailer, so you're saving a considerable amount of money. We also bought them on clearance. So this mirror cost us about $300, which is ridiculous for the size. And I think the design just basically anchors this entire space. And then I've left the best to last. So there is nothing more special than a feature door. And when we designed and built our pantry, we were originally planning just to use the original back door of the house, which is now our laundry door. But instead of that, we found these incredible antique doors on Marketplace. They're in pretty rough condition. They're basically off an old post office, and they've been sitting under someone's house for over 50 years. and they just didn't know what to do with them. So we ended up sanding them back, adding new glass to it. And I think they just add so much character to the house, and it creates such an amazingly unique entrance to our pantry that nobody else has. The pantry is a mess and it's not quite finished, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. We did build our pantry ourselves. So as you can see, it's a really good size. I'm not going to take you in for a tour today just because it is a mess and I have just jammed some things in there whilst I was cleaning up, but I will take you on a tour very shortly. We haven't quite finished it yet, but we did build it from scratch and purpose built it to enable us to add all of our utilities and small appliances. But ultimately the doors are what sets this entire room apart. So I'm just going to span around and give you a little walking tour so you can see the whole area now that it's all finished. And let me know what feature you love the best. And if you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're wanting to know what to watch next, I've added a full list below of some of our house projects around the house, as well as some of our decorating and designing projects. We're also about to kick off Vlogmas, so I'm going to add all of that below because we're heading into the festive season. But if you have any requests for any of the house content, make sure you add them below.